Alright, I've been playing a lot of Borderlands 3 recently, and I've come up with a really fun pet build. I'm using the Great Horn Skag here, but of course the Warbot loader is better for pet damage, which this is a very pet-centric build. It's just the problem I have with the War loader is that the AI is so shit. It's so fucking bad. It's so inconsistent. It's some really terrible AI. Like I ain't gonna lie, dude. It's pretty shit. The pet itself is great. I mean, the attack command's fantastic. It does a lot of damage. Shoots out your grenade, a copy of your grenade, which is fantastic. But I don't know. It's the AI is really inconsistent. I'll switch out to this if I need a better survivability on my pet. Um, but I just prefer the consistency of the melee pets, so I'm using the Great Horn Skag here. I think this one, well, I mean, it's better because you get way more damage. Like, you yourself get insane damage with it. 30% gun damage and then 15% regular damage. Basically 45% more damage with your guns, which is great. And yeah, it's seriously fantastic. You have the Iridian Skag here, which is pretty cool. I haven't really tested it out too much. All I know is it looks fucking badass as fuck. I mean, look at that thing, dude. That thing looks fucking insane. But yeah, really cool. We have Gamma Burst as our ultimate, which is nice. Just more damage for our pet, which is cool, and it can revive our pet and stuff like that. So I have the first three here. Just more damage here, more damage here in action skill duration. More basically more damage there on the first melee attack. More damage here. This is really cool. So the pet will basically reflect damage to the attacker, which is really cool, and synergizes very well with our class mod that I'll talk about later. Just some health regeneration here for both me and my pet. Not going to matter for me because the artifact I'm running, but the pet, this is very nice for pet survivability. So this is really cool. Whenever I kill an enemy, which is pretty often, my pet will gain increased movement speed and damage. Huge movement speed bonus there. It already has increased movement speed with one of the other traits. I forget what it was. It's like a 40% increased movement speed or something. But 12% more movement speed and 20% more damage for 8 seconds, which is very, very cool. And I think it just refreshes as well whenever you kill an enemy, that whole timer there. Um, this is cool. Get some of my damages taken off me. I believe that's what that means. And then put on my pet. And the pet will do bonus damage for a short time. So basically, I mean, unless if my ultimate's active, my pet's going to be getting, what is it, 22.5% more damage at all times, which is great. Unless if my ultimate's active, which we'll go into that later. Um, Pet's low health, more survivability there. It says long cooldown, but it's only a 15-second cooldown. I don't know what that's about. I thought it would have a much longer cooldown than that. Increased power pet bonuses by 200%, which is going to be great for the damage and gun damage there. We have Flak is at low health. Our portion of our damage is converted into healing for the pet, which is nice because I have an artifact that increases my shield capacity, but it leaves me at 1 health. So really cool there. All damage by Flak and their pets increased, and more maximum health. Pretty big damage bonus there, 21%. And then for the augments here, I have this here, the radiation ore. I like this one because my pet is in melee range a lot. I'll switch it out to the rage one here for more damage for me whenever I have the warloader pet. But I don't know, I like this because sometimes the pet gets in melee range, but has some trouble attacking. So it's nice just to get a little damage there. And then, more action skill duration and pet damage there, which is nice. Okay, purple tree here. We are just more damage here. Better reload speed for us. And then if my bot is out as well, if I'm using a warloader, that'll have better reload speed. Uh, Pet critical attacks can now be a thing outside of just that the first attack or whatever, which will do significantly more damage of one of our traits. Shield stuff there, as well as a copy of my shield, so the pet's going to be really tanky. Uh, the pet gains 70% increased critical hit damage, which is great. Uh, better action skill duration and cooldown there. And then we have we have some shield restoration here with critical hits, which is great. But other than that, though, I'm not using any of these other ones. A lot of these other ones are pretty situational. Um, And I don't know. The loader, but this one is so shit. I don't know why this is a thing. So if your pet were to die, it like launches it. So this is only the loader bot pets. It doesn't work for the others. It'll, instead of going to the fight for your life mode where you can go and revive your pet, it'll just, dude, it'll just fucking seppuku goddamn kamikaze itself at another enemy, and it'll just fucking explode. Which, I mean, it does a good amount of damage, but I don't know. I just don't really like it because I like having my pet out as much as possible. And if my pet's down, I'll just go revive the fucking thing. So, I don't know, weird. But yeah, those are all the traits that I have selected. So there's some pretty good traits in there. I don't have the ultimate here. I find this to be kind of just, I don't know. I'm not really a fan of that personally. I do have the ultimate though for. Oh no, I don't. I never got the ultimate for this. Oh, whatever. I thought I did. Which will basically increase our shield capacity for a short time. I don't think this actually increases our pet shield capacity though, so that's a weird thing to have in this tree. I don't have any of the abilities or anything here because they're really focused around like the trap ultimate, which is really, really fucking lame. So yeah, that is the traits I have there. I don't have any other traits here besides this one from the artifact or class mod or whatever the fuck. So yeah, just for the guns, I have like Anarchy, Soul Render, Companion, and Jackhammer. I don't really use anything that's like insane. These are just the guns I have for right now that I like. For the shield, I have this insane shield that just has a ton of capacity. But the fight for your life time is reduced by 50%, which really sucks. That is a huge thing, but it's pretty rare that I even go down at all. And if I do, my pet usually kills an enemy and I'll be fine. We have this mod here, which could have better traits on it or could have better skills, but it has some doll stuff there. So the splash damage is increased, which is great for the skulls from our soul renderer. Some doll weapon stuff there, which of course the soul renderer is a doll weapon. And then the big one is whenever Gamma Burst is active, Flax Pet will taunt all enemies. Now, I will be replacing this once I get that one class mod that just increases the pet damage. I'm going to want that one instead. But this one is really good just for right now because it takes a lot of pressure off of me. And my pet's already really tanky. This is the artifact here where it'll basically make my shield just a lot better. And it'll make me have 1 health, which is cool. Grenade-wise, I'm using this Moxie's bouncing pair thing. I don't know. I kind of switch between stuff. Stormfront's really cool. Large Firestorm's really badass. So you'll throw the frag and it'll have like fucking meteors come down, which is cool. And then Epicenter's cool as well. I just need to get a better version of this because the one I have just does such low damage. But yeah, I don't know. I like bouncing pair. I thought it was really cool, even though it's essentially just a weird way to basically say Moxie's got some nice titties, but I don't know. I think it was really cool. Just a cool grenade. If I were to toss it right now, you can see it just basically... Oh, I guess it splits into 2. I didn't realize that. I thought my pet threw the grenade. I was like, what the fuck? I was like so weirded out for a second. But yeah, pretty cool thing there. If you're wondering what Mayhem I'm on 2 right now. Typically I'll be on like 4, but dude, I was playing on 4 earlier and people were so fucking tanky. I was like, fuck this, dude. I'm gonna just play on 2 and just melt the shit out of people. So if you're wondering the modifiers I'm going with, Loot Explosion, Healy Avenger. Healy Avenger can be pretty annoying, but dude, I don't really give a fuck. Loot Explosion's cool because I just get more loot, so that's nice. And I don't know. I don't know if it actually increases your legendary count. It probably doesn't. I need to look that up, but yeah, I was getting really annoyed at playing on Mayhem 4, so yeah. I will say though, if you're playing on like super high Mayhems and you're trying to go like balls deep hard with stuff, you're probably gonna want to go with the Warloader because it does have way better survivability than the pet here. Because this one's really melee focused, so actually not really. It is entirely melee focused. So yeah, we're gonna go over here and I'll just show you the pet in action. And of course I'm gonna be doing high amounts of damage to these guys. So we'll go ahead. And I fucked up, huh? Oh no, they're over here. They're over here. Let me get him over there. I did really fuck up there. So you know his movement speed is greatly increased there. And if I were to get a kill, it would be way faster too. So he's doing crit damage, doing lots of AoE damage, and as well as I could just toss in some spores in there as well. So, and yeah, I mean he's clearing shit out. He's going in the fray, just fucking shit up, doing a lot of AoE damage. And yeah, it's just really good, man. I really enjoy this build. It's fantastic being able to get. I have a friend named Alpha Kush. Yeah, so it's a fun build, man. I would recommend giving it a shot. Obviously, you can go for probably a better build with focusing on yourself more and then having your pet as like a stat stick. But man, I just like playing with my pet and really focusing around it. If you've seen my Guild Wars videos, you know I'm really into that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's the build, man. And I hate this about Mounted Bouncing Pair. It kind of like goes in like these weird cluster grenades, so it's really annoying having to deal with these fucking things. As you can see, just tons of loot. If you care about your frame rate, definitely don't have loot explosion on because it greatly reduces your frame rate. I've had times where I've gone down to like 50 fucking frames with it on. It's pretty insane. And as you can see, we already have our skill back up there. And our pet is just doing massive damage with this on. Remember, it's taunting all enemies, and then also the cooldown will, or it'll reflect some of the damage too, which is really cool. So yeah, Mayhem 2, you're generally going to have an easy time with like a lot of builds, but yeah, it's just really enjoyable, man. I really enjoy it. It's a great build, and yeah.